Your heart is pounding against your chest like a drum. You can feel the heat rising to your face and your palms are becoming damp and cold. You take a step forward, but the air in the room suddenly feels heavy. Why? Because every single person in that room is looking at you, waiting for you to speak. They are waiting for that first sentence, that first impression that will define who you are in their eyes. It's that terrifying, silent moment right before you have to say, "Hello, my name is..." We have all been there, that paralyzing blank mind where your English skills seem to evaporate just when you need them the most. But what if I told you that this moment doesn't have to be a nightmare? What if you could walk into any room and own it with a single, powerful breath? Hello, I'm Susan, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to dismantle that fear and replace it with unbreakable confidence. We are going to master the art of the introduction, not the robotic version you learned in school, but a version that is warm, authentic, and impossible to forget. By the time we finish today, you won't just be saying your name, you'll be building bridges. So stand tall, grab your notebook, and let's turn that nervous energy into your greatest strength. Let's begin. Before we get into the complex scenarios, we have to talk about the front door of any conversation, the greeting. The way you say hello is like the foundation of a house. If it's strong, everything else will stand tall. Many people think hello is enough, but in English, the context changes everything. Let's look at a formal setting first. Imagine you are at a business conference. You want to sound professional, but approachable. Example 1. Good morning. It is a sincere pleasure to meet you. My name is Susan, and I have been looking forward to this event all week. Example 2. Hello, I'm Susan. It's an honor to finally meet the team in person and be part of this discussion. Example 3. Good afternoon. My name is Susan, and I am delighted to be here today to learn more about your company's vision. Notice how these sentences use words like pleasure, honor, and delighted. They show that you're not just there to talk, but to respect the environment you're in. Now, let's flip the script to an informal setting. Maybe you're at a barbecue or meeting a friend's cousin at a cafe. You want to be light and friendly. Hey there, I'm Susan. I don't think we've had the chance to talk yet. How are you enjoying the music? Hi, I'm Susan. I'm a close friend of Sarah's. It's so cool to finally meet the people she's always talking about. Hey, I'm Susan. I just moved into the neighborhood and I'm trying to meet some new faces. How's your day going? In these cases, your tone should be like a warm hug, easy, relaxed, and open. If you're already feeling more confident with these examples and you like how I'm breaking this down for you, please take a moment to leave a like on this video. Honestly, your like is what motivates me to keep showing up here to create more incredible content for you. It tells me that you are learning, and it helps me reach more students who, just like you, want to speak English with heart. Now, let's talk about the information that comes after the hello. Most people just say their name and where they live. That's okay, but it's a bit dry. To create confidence, we need to add a little bit of social glue to our personal info. For instance, when you talk about where you are from, give us a tiny piece of your story. Example 1. I'm originally from a small coastal town, so I've always had a deep love for the ocean, even though I live in the city now. Example 2. I was born in a very cold climate, which is probably why I'm still not used to this heat, even after living here for 3 years. Example 3. I grew up in a big, noisy family, so I'm very used to lively conversations and a bit of chaos. Do you see what happened there? You didn't just give a fact, you gave the other person a reason to smile or ask a follow-up question. This is how you stop being a stranger and start being a person they want to know better. Let's move into our first specific concept. Concept number 1, the first day at a new job. This is a high-pressure moment, even for me. I remember a time when I had to introduce myself to a whole new department. I was so worried about appearing perfect that I almost sounded like a robot. I realized halfway through that people didn't want perfection. They wanted to know if they could work with me. So if you are starting a new job, try these. Example 1. Hi everyone, I'm Susan, and I'll be joining the marketing team. I'm really looking forward to getting to know each of you and seeing how I can contribute to our upcoming projects. Example 2. Hello, my name is Susan. I've spent the last few years working in sales, and I'm excited to bring that experience here and learn from all of you. Example 3. Hi, I'm Susan. I'm the new accountant. I know numbers can be boring for some, but I'm here to make sure everything runs smoothly for us. Adding a tiny bit of personality or a clear statement of your goal makes you sound like a leader, even on your first day. Now that we have built a solid foundation with our greetings and personal background, it is time to venture into more specific and often more challenging social waters. Concept number 2, meeting the family or close friends of someone special. This is a situation that can make anyone's heart skip a beat, regardless of how much English you know. Why? Because it's personal. You aren't just presenting your professional skills, you are presenting your heart and your character. I remember once being invited to a very traditional dinner at a friend's house. I was so worried about the etiquette and the language that I spent the whole car ride practicing my hello. But when I got there, I realized that the best introduction in this context is one that shows appreciation for the invitation and a genuine interest in the people. Let's look at how you can do this with confidence. Example 1. Hi, it is so wonderful to finally meet you. I'm Susan. I've heard so many amazing stories about this family, and I've been looking forward to this dinner all week. Thank you so much for having me in your home. Notice how this goes beyond a simple name. You're acknowledging the stories you've heard, which immediately creates a bond. It shows you've been paying attention to your friend or partner. Example 2. Hello, I'm Susan. I'm a close friend of John's from college. He always speaks so highly of you, and after seeing this beautiful garden, I can see where he gets his great taste from. Here, you're using a compliment as a bridge. Complimenting something specific, like a garden or the food, is a fantastic way to ease the tension of an introduction. Example 3. Hey there, I'm Susan. I'm so glad we finally get to meet. John has told me that you're the expert in the kitchen, and honestly, the house smells incredible. I'm excited to learn more about your famous recipes tonight. In this case, you're focusing on a shared interest, food. By positioning yourself as someone who wants to learn, you take the pressure off yourself and put the spotlight on them, which is a secret trick to a perfect introduction. Moving on to concept number 3, networking events and professional workshops. This is a different beast altogether. Here, time is usually short, and you need to be clear and memorable. The mistake most people make is trying to sound important by using big words, but the truth is, people connect with clarity, not complexity. Let's practice some introductions that will make you stand out in a crowded room. Example 1. Hi, I'm Susan. I've spent the last few years working in the educational sector, specifically focusing on how we can use digital tools to make learning more accessible. I'm here today because I'm really interested in your company's approach to remote training. Do you see the structure? Who you are, what you do, and most importantly, why you are talking to them. Example 2. Hello, my name is Susan. I'm a freelance consultant helping small businesses organize their finances. I'm currently looking to expand my network with people who are passionate about local entrepreneurship, which is why I was so keen to introduce myself to you. This example shows that you have a goal. It's professional and direct, but still very warm. Example 3. Hi there. I'm Susan. I'm a student currently finishing my degree in environmental science. I'm fascinated by the work your organization does with sustainable energy, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on where the industry is heading in the next few years. By asking for their thoughts, you are inviting a conversation, not just giving a speech. This is the key to networking. It's an exchange, not a monologue. Now, let's talk about concept number 4, the casual connection fact, the elevator pitch for real life. Sometimes you only have 30 seconds. Maybe you're in an actual elevator, or you're standing in line for coffee, or you're just being introduced quickly at a party. You need a short and sweet version of yourself. This is what I call the connection fact. It's one sentence that tells people something interesting about you. Example 1. Hi, I'm Susan. I'm a teacher by day, but in my free time, I'm actually training for my first half marathon, so I'm always looking for advice on the best running shoes. Example 2. Hey, I'm Susan. I work in marketing, but my real passion is baking. I've spent the last 3 weekends trying to perfect the ultimate sourdough bread recipe. Example 3. Hello, I'm Susan. I'm an architect, and I've recently started learning how to play the cello, so if you hear any strange noises coming from my apartment, now you know why. Why are these so powerful? Because they give people an anchor. They might not remember your job title, but they will remember the running architect or the baking marketer. These details make you a three-dimensional person. But wait. There is one part of the introduction that people always forget, and it is arguably the most important, the follow-up question. An introduction isn't finished until you've opened the floor for the other person. If you just talk about yourself and then stop, it feels like a wall. To be truly confident, you need to be a great listener. Let's look at 3 ways to transition from your introduction to their story. But that's enough about me for now. How about you? What brings you to this event today? Or, so that's my background in a nutshell. I'd love to hear about your journey. How did you get started in this field? Or, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Have you been part of this group for a long time, or are you a newcomer like me? These questions show that you are interested in a real connection, not just in hearing the sound of your own voice. I want to pause here and share a very personal moment of truth with you. Even as someone who speaks all day, I have had moments where I completely lost my confidence. I remember attending a very fancy gala dinner where I felt completely out of place. Everyone seemed so much more important and articulate than me. When it was my turn to introduce myself to the host, I felt my throat tighten. I almost wanted to just say my name and run away. But then I remembered the technique I'm teaching you today. I took a deep breath, I smiled, and I focused on being warm rather than being perfect. I said, "Hi, I'm Susan. I'm a bit overwhelmed by how beautiful this room is, but I'm so happy to be here." And you know what happened? The host laughed and said she felt overwhelmed too. That moment of honesty broke the ice. Adjusting the course is normal, and being honest about your feelings is a superpower. If you feel nervous, it's okay to say it. People will actually like you more because you are being real. Before we conclude, let's talk about how to gracefully end a conversation after the introduction. Sometimes we get so worried about starting that we forget how to finish. You don't want to just walk away. Example 1. It was such a pleasure meeting you, John. I'm going to go grab some water, but I hope we can chat again before the end of the night. Example 2. I've really enjoyed hearing about your projects. Here's my card. Let's definitely stay in touch. Example 3. It's been great talking to you. I'm going to say hello to a few more people, but I'll see you around. These exits are polite, clear, and they leave the door open for future interactions. We have covered a lot of ground today, from formal meetings to casual parties. I truly hope you feel that spark of confidence growing inside you. Remember, the world wants to know you. Your English doesn't have to be perfect for your personality to shine through. Now, I have a very special challenge for you, and it would be very good if you practiced right now. I would really like you to write a short introduction of yourself in the comments below. Tell us who you are, what you do, and share one small connection fact about your life. I am going to read every single one of them because I want to know who is part of this incredible journey with me. Writing it down is the best way to make sure these words are ready when you need them in real life. If you are enjoying this process of building your confidence and you want to keep expanding your skills, you shouldn't stop here. Mastering your introduction is the first step, but being able to describe your daily life and your future goals is what makes you truly fluent. I made a very detailed video about how to talk about your routine and your future goals that complements this lesson perfectly, and it is appearing on your screen right now. It's the perfect next step to keep your momentum going. Just click and watch, and let's keep moving forward together. I'll also leave the link in the cards and in the description. Thank you for being here. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the comments. Bye-bye.